Welcome back to Car Craze, everyone. Today, we're in for a real treat as we get behind the wheel of one of the most iconic British sports cars ever made, the Triumph Spitfire. This little roadster is a true classic, and we're going to dive deep into everything that makes it so special, from its rich history to its unique driving experience. Whether you're a fan of vintage cars or just someone who appreciates a fun, thrilling ride, the Triumph Spitfire is sure to captivate you. Before we hit the road, let's talk a bit about the origins of this legendary car. The Triumph Spitfire was first introduced in 1962 by British car manufacturer Standard Triumph. The goal was clear: create a small, affordable, and fun sports car that could rival the likes of the MG Midget and the Austin Healey Sprite. Back then, the market for small roadsters was booming, and the Triumph Spitfire quickly found its place in the hearts of car enthusiasts around the world. Named after the famous Supermarine Spitfire aircraft, this car shared its namesake's reputation for being agile, nimble, and perfect for quick, thrilling drives. With its compact design and lightweight body, the Spitfire was made to be a fun car to drive on winding roads and through city streets. The original model, known as the Mk1, came with a 1.1-litre four-cylinder engine, producing just 63 horsepower. While it wasn't a powerhouse by any means, it had just enough power to make driving it feel like an adventure. Now, fast forward a few years, and the Spitfire evolved. The Mk2, released in 1964, made some key updates to improve on the earlier model. The engine was refined for better performance, and the car's handling was enhanced to make it even more fun to drive. In terms of looks, the Mk2 featured subtle changes, such as a more rounded front end, which made it look a little more polished. But it was really the Mk3 that took the Spitfire to the next level. In 1967, Triumph introduced the Mk3, which saw a larger 1.3-litre engine that pushed the horsepower to 75. This may not sound like much in today's world of high-performance sports cars, but back then, it was a huge upgrade. The Mk3 felt more powerful, and combined with its lightweight design, it delivered an even more exhilarating driving experience. This version also had a slightly more modern and sleek design, with new bumpers and updated trim that gave it a more polished appearance. For enthusiasts, the Mk3 was the version to have. But Triumph didn't stop there. In 1970, the Spitfire received yet another update with the Mk4. While it retained the same basic structure and charm of previous models, the Mk4 featured a slightly larger engine and more modern features. The engine, now slightly improved for better fuel efficiency, wasn't as raw and visceral as the Mk3, but it still offered a satisfying level of power. The Mk4 also featured a more squared-off design, with straight lines replacing the curves of the earlier models. It was clear that Triumph was trying to bring the Spitfire into a more contemporary era. Despite the many updates over the years, one thing that remained constant was the Spitfire's unique personality. It was always a car that was designed for pure driving pleasure. And that brings us to today. What's it like driving a Triumph Spitfire in the 21st century? Well, getting behind the wheel of a Spitfire today is an experience that takes you back in time while still offering plenty of excitement. The steering is light and responsive, giving you a true sense of connection to the road. The manual gearbox, though a bit more deliberate than today's modern shifters, feels authentic and rewarding to use. The car's size and weight make it agile, so you can zip through corners with ease and enjoy the feeling of being in full control. Of course, driving a classic car like the Spitfire also comes with its own set of challenges. Modern cars are packed with technology and safety features, but the Spitfire doesn't have the luxuries that we've grown accustomed to. There are no power windows, no air conditioning, and no fancy infotainment systems. Instead, what you get is a raw, unfiltered driving experience where the road and the car become one. If you're looking for a car that's all about the joy of driving, the Triumph Spitfire delivers in spades. Another thing that stands out when driving the Spitfire is its engine note. The sound of the 1.3-litre four-cylinder engine is music to the ears of any enthusiast. It's not a roaring, thunderous sound like you might get from a V8, but it has its own charm. The engine hums along smoothly, and when you open it up on the open road, you'll feel a rush of excitement as the car responds to your every input. It's a reminder of the simplicity and purity of classic cars. But the driving experience isn't the only thing that makes the Spitfire special. The car's design is truly timeless. Its curvy body, long hood, and short rear end create a balanced, elegant silhouette that's instantly recognizable. Even though the car was designed over half a century ago, it still looks as stylish today as it did back then. Whether you're cruising through town or parked at a car show, the Spitfire is sure to turn heads. When it comes to owning a Triumph Spitfire, there's a sense of pride that comes with being part of the car's legacy. The car's reputation as an affordable sports car means that it has a special place in the hearts of many. It's a car that represents the golden age of British motoring, a time when small roadsters were all the rage. For owners, the Spitfire is more than just a car, it's a connection to a bygone era and a chance to relive the past every time they get behind the wheel. Of course, owning a classic car like the Spitfire also means that you'll need to keep up with its maintenance. Finding replacement parts can sometimes be a challenge, but there's a dedicated community of enthusiasts who can help. Whether you're restoring an original model or just keeping it in good condition, there's a lot of satisfaction in bringing a classic car back to life. Plus, with the increasing popularity of vintage cars, the value of well-maintained Spitfires has been on the rise, making them a great investment for collectors. As we wrap up today's video, I hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for the Triumph Spitfire. This classic roadster may not be the fastest or the most powerful car out there, but what it lacks in raw performance, it more than makes up for in driving pleasure and character. It's a car that's all about the experience and the connection between you, the car, and the open road. Thanks for tuning in to Car Craze today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. And if you're a Triumph Spitfire enthusiast or just love classic cars in general, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep driving, keep dreaming, and keep crazy about cars.